Good day, everyone. To those who doesn't know me yet, so I am Charles Abigail, and I'm the one who will present today. So my topic is all about strategies for successful parent-teacher conference. So there are four strategies. The first one is inform parents. So why does a teacher need inform parents regarding the class?
Para maka-prepare and para ma-inform and maka-prepare.
And also para makalo sila kung what is the reason why ipaadto sila kan most specifically magod kaya ang mga teacher pag i-inform yung library conference daghan kay mga alibay o daghan kayo mga chuchugurod choice which is can cause chaos or conflict during the parent conference, parent-teacher conference.
Okay, so all of your answers are correct. The next one is be prepared. So stated in Article 4, Section 2 in the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers in the Philippines is that teacher must always be prepared. They must be prepared physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, emotionally, so that kung ang teacher ka na nasa problema, assign niya ang problema, when a teacher is emotionally prepared, it helps teacher respond positively and listen carefully and avoid misunderstanding. And so, if the teacher is physically prepared, prepare ang mga unsay i-discuss during meeting, and then a teacher must be organized and presentable so that the conference runs smoothly and shows professionalism. The next one is mentally prepared. A teacher must mentally prepared so that the teacher can explain the students' performance, strengths, and areas of improvement. It also allows teacher to think of possible solutions and answer parents' questions. So overall, the teacher must emotionally, physically, and mentally prepare during the conference so that the conference is more organized, respectful, and both parents and teacher help and support the learning of the student. The next one is communicate clearly. So that the teacher must communicate clearly and avoid yung mga technical terms na disappoint parents. The next one is follow-up. So after the conference, mga parents natin maka-ato sa conference. So ilan ang i-message or matag sila ng letter through pupils. The conclusion, the strategies are important so that the conference is effective.
Good day everyone. So today I will be the next presenter. So today we're going to discuss the 6 pitfalls that teachers need to avoid parent-teacher and conferences. So before I proceed the formal discussion, so nakoy active activity. So gawin na rin siya para nakoy idea sa pag-recorder. So okay na kayo na ngayon ako yung attention. So I'll group you into two, pero this will be the group 1 and this will be the group 2. I will give you this will be this will be a flag, green flag and red flag. So instructions, so I'll read a statement, then if you think that the statement revealed is a good practices of the teacher, you will raise your green flag. And if you think the statement revealed is mistakes the teacher during the parent-teacher conference, then you will raise your red flag. Then you will choose one of the representative of each group na mag-prove how can he or say that the statement revealed is a good practices of teacher in parent conferences or a bad mistake of parent-teacher in conference. So, okay na? Mahina ka mo? So, magbasa na po gano'n ha. Turo na siya ka statement kaya para na ako idea sa topic. So, number 1, teacher begins by listing all the student failures. Is it green flag, red flag? Erase that. Again, teacher begins by listing all the student failures. Sige, sa group 2, ay group 1, ano? Then, again, kasama mo, teacher begins by listing all the student failures. Failures. After listing. Oh, listing.
I-list niya na ng failure sa isang student.
Okay na? Sige. Sa group 1, start niyo. Red. Sige, group 1. No, how can you say? Sige, start. Eh, makikita sa ila sa dara. How can you say that the statement result is green?
For me, bilang siya kay kanang syempre kanang parent-teacher conference man. So, the parent must be aware of the student failures in the class. So, para kanang mag-guide po sa parent ang iyahang anang unang grade.
Okay. Sige na, kay para na answer sa group 2. Usay mo ma. Right, sige nga naman.
Fred, I think listing the failures of your students is, in my own perspective, is ikaw kapag parents and teachers mo, okay? Some of the parents, sabot na kami pa ng business din. So, ano nila ang mali sa istorya sa umarang mali sila anak or magando nila kapag dito. So, I choose Red kay for me, ang teacher is mental grabe na i-vulgar ang mga failures sa student. If kaya namin mo siya, i-settle within you and the student, so why not you have to do siya? And yeah, and nakalimutan din siguro sa failure na nabuhat sa estudyante, if ever mangod nga, ang failure is ka nang paano bigaw ka na kalani ka na, for example, kay confident ka na mag-failure yung nabuhat. So, na-siya ko na sinahanglan na between the teacher and the parent lang siguro. Dili ko siya sa kanang during sa conference na ng parents na lang That's it.
Okay, so yung answer kay matubag siya during sa awang discussion. So for our goals in this discussion, so at the end of the discussion, the students will be able to first identify 6 common goals teachers make in conference. Second, understand why these pitfalls can hurt communication and trust. Third, learn simple strategies to make conference effective and helpful for your child. So, parent-teacher conference. A parent-teacher conference is a scheduled meeting between parents and teachers to discuss student academic progress, behavior, strengths, and areas of improvement. So, according to education experts like Melissa Kilby from effective conferences build collaboration, clarify expectation, and strengthen communication between home and school. So it's more than just a grade. So it's all about the communication or the relationship between the parents and the teachers. So if the parents and teachers collaborate and work together, they can help their children not just academically but also socially and emotionally. So conferences are the strong communication or collaboration so that the student also achieve success in their lives. So now let's proceed to the first pitfall. So arriving unprepared. So consider just pitfall. Why? Because coming to the conference without organized notes, assessment results, or examples of student work. So imagine ang mama kay nagkatawag o meeting ang mga teachers. Then syempre mag-expect po ang nilikanan na nakakay kanitong hindot na feedback about sa imong estudyante nga dili lang siya pwede mag-focus lang ka sa negative feedback dapat balanse siya ang ihatag ng mga kuan sa unsay mga anak, unsay behavior sa mga anak sa sulod sa eskwelahan or kung unsa siya. So unsay strategy nga kailangan niya? Alangan mo matawag og meeting tapos wala pa din kayo naka-prepare ng mga agenda nimo, wala pa kayo organize ng mga notes, even wala kayo makita nga ani din yung behavior sa mga anak sulod sa eskwelahan, ingani din siya yung mga works bitaw, kailangan makita kung yan yung mga unsa yung anak sa sulod. Makita mo siya yung mga itong mga trabaho, activity niya. So, what are the strategy na nindot buhaton sa teacher? So, prepare yung guide summary of the students' academic progress behavior, such as bring work samples, assessment results, and notes on areas needing improvement, and reverse key points before the meeting. Okay. So now let's proceed to the second pitfall. So, focusing on the negatives. So, why is it considered na mayroon siya pitfall na siya during the parent-teacher conference? Because, so emphasizing on the challenges or weaknesses can make parents feel defensive or discouraged. So, imagine ka na maghatag ng feedback sa maestra if you only focus on problems and weaknesses of the student. So, parent may feel discouraged or kaning defensive. So, instead of we create collaboration, we create tension. So, dili pwede mag-focus lang kita sa negative. So, like for example, ang anyo nga pamagi. So, iingon niya nga, imo anak si Hana, siya yung strong, strong comprehension, reading comprehension. Pero kailangan po niya kanang gamay na suporta o time management. Pero na-notice po niya that Ana is kanang maayos siya sa different group activities. So, di ba balance ang one feedback? Wala na siya nag-focus sa negative kay if negative man good, ang ginikanan na possible is ma-discourage sila silang anak, ma-disappoint sila silang anak. So, kaya not all the na po yung mga uban ginikanan nga if dili po sila kabali mo dala silang anak, pag ma-discourage, ma-feel na nila nga nanay, feedback ang maestra, laban ng kasama nilang anak. So, dili lang sila mag-feel discouraged. Also lang mga anak po, kaya not all kanang dili kaya tarang ginikanan nga if kanang bitaw mo discourage ang ginikanan na po ibang ginikanan na marag natagal nila hikahibos bitaw pa sila mga anak. So that is the second post, focusing on negatives. Now, the third is using excessive jargon. So why is it considered? Ano pitfall siya? Educational terminology, acronyms, or pedagogical jargon may confuse parents. So, as you can see that not all parents are familiar with the words formative assessment and differentiated instructions. Di ba hindi ka talagang kuhaan? Kaya not all student, hindi ka talagang parents na anong kulo ka na napoy dispilahan or kanabitang hindi lagi ako silang kanang ito ang educational background nila is iban kay illiterate. So, kailangan ang maestra ka na siya kung bahalag adjust no. So, dili siya magkuhan o paggamit o mga words na ka na makakonfuse bitaw sa mga mga ginikanan. So, the best strategy mo sa teacher is that speak in clear, plain language and speak or explain in technical terms or teaching methods to parents feel included in the discussion. So, to discuss the 4, 5, and 6 will be discussed by Ms. Montero. Now let's continue to the fourth pitfalls and parent-teacher conference. So we have the number 4, becoming defensive. It's reacting defensively to parent concerns, focus on solution, bring discussion around how we can support the student together. So if a parent is asking about the concern of their student, so you must not act defensively. Instead, you must act calmly so that you can provide a nice feedback regarding to their children. Because becoming defensive can lead to escalating conflicts and lack communication between the teacher and the parents. So it should be better if you collaborate and stay calm where you can listen attentively. So we have the fifth is dominating the conversation. Talking too much and not allowing parents to contribute to na ay sometimes nga instances sa mga parent conference natin amin na lang hindi nila ginagawa ang parents sa sahay. So dominating the convo in the conference can make parents feel like they are being unseen or unheard. So hindi sila feel nila is disregard sila. So as a teacher, you must ask open-ended questions, listen carefully, and create space for parents to share observation or concerns. So para po ma-express nila ang ilahang mga concerns sa ilahang mga estudyante. So we have the last pitfalls. It is failing to follow up. Ending the conference without clear next steps or follow-up plans can make the parents feel like the concerns were dropped. So if dili ka mag-monitor sa mga parents about sa ilahang estudyante, sa mga kung ano may progress ang ilahang pag-study, so maka-feel ang parents na wala lang sa ilahang meeting. So as of now, we are in the nalabas sa mga sigamit ng cellphone. So easy na kayo sa ito ang makapag-message sa parents as a teacher. So there are strategy of this. You must provide a specific recommendation for home and school, set follow-up options like emails, calls, or another meeting to track progress. So example, bili kayo kabasa si casting, so pwede nyo chatan nila ang parents nga ang manual po pati sa balay nila sa school. So ana dapat ang inyong buhaton para na-clear ang inyong meeting. And that's my part.
So to conclude, parent conferences is not all about discussing grades. It's about building a strong collaboration, strengthening communication, and shared commitment to the student success. So when we are prepared, positive here, so we create simple meeting, we can transform simple meeting into a life-changing opportunity. So remember that every conversation that we had with parents kay makatabang siya sa student future success sa bata. So before I end this discussion, so namin ko pero wala ang pinagtang minutes ako na masama that the best teachers are those who show you where to look but don't tell you what to see. That is according to Alexandra Keith Renford. So means conferences guide understanding and inspire action. Parents are partners, not just observers. So that's all for today. Good morning.